What's going on, guys? This is XQ420 here. I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. I hope y'all having a fantastic day. It's your first time here. Do not hesitate. Hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. We keep things right. We keep it tight. We keep it toast on us. Today's video, Megan Rapinoe. I don't know if I said that name right, but she comes out and says biological males being eliminated from women's sports is discrimination. Really? Let's jump into this. Alright, article right here from the Blaze. Megan Rapinoe, and I think I said that name right this time, pens essay saying banning biological males from women's sports is discrimination. They need to be allowed to play. Look, Megan, let me tell you something right now, okay? If a dude trains just as much, just as long as you, just as hard, but they can go a little bit harder because they got more lung capacity, naturally stronger, then you're going to be out of a job shortly. That's all I know. I mean, come on now. What are you talking about, bud? Discrimination? No, but there's a reason why we split the sports up. There's a reason why you ain't got women out there playing against men in the NBA. You get an all-women's team playing against an all-men's team in the NBA. He get dominated. You know what I'm saying? Flat-out domination. This ain't no pickup rec ball. This is professional soccer. This ain't no pickup league where everybody's just a scrub out there and just plays a little dabbles in it here and there. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? I mean, discrimination. Bud, the transgender folk, and a whole lot of these transgender folk, from what I'm seeing, especially on the male side, they keeping their package. You know what I'm saying? You can't be walking around with no penis telling me you no woman. You know what I'm saying? You still be out there stroking your cock. You gonna tell me you a woman? Please, come to something. Come to your boy with something a touch better than that. That is BS, bud. Man, let that thing float out to sea. You know what I'm saying? Never to be heard from again. I don't want to hear from it. Now, now, right here recently, Rapinoe went to the White House, and of course she got right up there, and she had a little bit of soliloquy. You know what I'm saying? She, as somebody who is a leader in the LGBTQ community, bud, why you got to start with that every time? You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody give a damn, alright? Don't start with that every time. Just start with who you are, the content of your character. But no, it's got to be something about you being lesbian, something about you being gay. But that ain't how you got to start every conversation off. Oh, I'm discriminated against because of this, because of that. Shut up with the nonsense. But ain't nobody coming attacking you. You know what I'm saying? Now, they are criticizing you when you say stupid stuff. Okay? I mean, that's just all there is to it. I mean, you say something dumb, folks gonna come with a little criticism. You know what I'm saying? But, but she's saying up here right now, LGBTQ, that community says transgender women, which are biological males, who consider themselves females, in case you didn't know, should not be excluded from women's sports. But, as such, she adds, ought to be permitted in men's sports. Transgender. Oh, she talking about a woman who's supposedly a man in men's sport. Bud, they gonna get dominated. Do you not understand, Bud? They are going to get dominated. But there are physical differences. You know what I'm saying? That's just all there is to it. Men can overall be bigger, faster, stronger. Now, I'm not saying, look, bud, me going against one of those CrossFit women, but they're going to run me out the gym. I ain't out there training like that. But a man who's out there doing CrossFit, going against those women, but they are going to smoke them. You know what I'm saying? They are going to leave them in the dust. I mean, come on now. What are we talking about? What is she talking about? Man, she just want to put her name up there on a plaque. Said, oh yeah, I fought and I lost. Because, I mean, you ain't nothing to fight for. I mean, you're fighting a losing cause. Man, this is stupid. Man, you could just be what you are and move on and not mess with everybody else. but let the sports be separate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you right now, Megan. Rapinoe. If you had a whole bunch of transgender men out there, ain't taking no hormone pills, just trying to look like women, still keeping their package, and they train as much as you can best believe you wouldn't have no 4 World Cups. Let's get serious now. Because, I mean, dang, but if I'm the coach, I'd be like, man, I'm going to get me some men. Shit. I mean, what we talking about? We're talking about winning, right? Getting a dub. I'm going to get me some men that think they're women. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let that thing ride on out, too. I'm like, oh, yeah, look how proud we are. We went out there and spanked them. It's like, bud, you ain't proving nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, she came out blasting 25 states seeking to enact laws prohibiting transgender players from participating in sports of their chosen gender. Look, Bo, you don't choose. Whatever you're born with is what you got, okay? Stop talking about folk choosing, bud. I mean, please, man. And they said sports have become another avenue to attack the rights of trans people. Bo, man, won't nobody paying attention to them until it's been brought up with this whole movement of nonsense. There won't nobody paying attention to them at all, bud. I mean, every once in a while you see one pop up, you be like, wow, that's kind of weird, and you move on. They went out there flaunting in your face. Oh, you gonna respect me? Oh, you're not gonna discriminate against me? I said, man, I didn't think nobody was talking about you. But now that you came up and started running your mouth, I got a few things to say. You know what I'm saying? I got some things to get off my chest. Now, she says right here, these efforts cause incredible harm to trans youth. Look, Bo, they ain't no youth that needs to be transgender, okay? That's just all there is to it. Like I've said in the past on a past video, you got to be 18 to buy cigarettes. You got to be 18 years old to legally go get go fight for your country. You got to be hell, you got to be 21 to drink. But at damn 8, 9 year old, you want to cut somebody's thing off or tell some little girl that she's actually a boy? Come on, man. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Now, it says right here, even before the pandemic hit, 1 in 3 transgender youth reported attempting suicide. But why is that? Have you delved into why that is? Has it got something to do with you messing up somebody's hormones at a young age? And you're already in a state of change, and then you go in there and start giving puberty blockers and all that stuff, trying to switch over. Folks don't know what they're doing, but no little kid don't need to be thinking about transferring over to nothing. They need to just be worried about being a kid. But it's the best time of your life. I'm sorry, it just is. But you ain't got no bills, and everything's all good. You know what I'm saying? You got plenty of time on your hands. But no, but we gotta. Oh man, let's make sure we can convert them. But this is becoming a religion. I ain't gonna lie to you. A religion to convert you, man. You ain't a boy. Man, you ain't a girl. You something else. How you feel today? Let me ask some kids how they feel. What are we talking about, bud? Now, right here, such bills, she explained, are only trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. Oh, but the problem will exist, you know what I'm saying? They ain't no doubt about it. Now, you start having, what was it? Start having other women out there that's having to fight against men, transgender men, playing basketball against transgender men. It's just like, bud, we need to get serious out here, okay? Ain't enough folks serious. There's too many folk playing out here. They playing games. That's what I said. Now, it says right here, proponents of the bill argue they're protecting women, which they are. It says, a woman who's played sports my whole life. I know that the threats to women and girls sports are lack of funding, resources, and media coverage, sexual harassment, and equal pay. Sexual harassment? Okay, sexual harassment. I got you. But here's what I'm saying. Lack of funding, resources, media coverage, and equal pay. But it's because that there's not as many people that watch the women's sports as they do the men's sports. More women want to watch the men's sports than the women's sports. And I mean, they ain't saying that there ain't some talented women out there, because there is. Matter of fact, it was a couple years ago, me and my buddy went to a concert in Norfolk, and we were actually watching the Final Four of women's basketball. And I think at that time it was what was it? I think it was Texas A&M against UConn. I was like, man, these girls can shoot the rock, but they shooting the rock. But let's get serious. We get the shittiest men's team to go out there and play against them women, and they crush them. They stomp them. Man, come on now. I mean, but it's just more exciting to watch the men's sports because they are more athletic. And it's just because of nature. It ain't got nothing to do with anything else, okay? Now, if you're saying that you want your sport to be a touch more exciting, then yeah, you might want you some transgender men in there. But you best be ready because they come in to whoop that ass. You know what I'm saying? That's just all there is to it. And as far as the equal pay, my God, man, stop talking about that. Now, Megan Rapinoe, I think she's got sponsorships and things of that nature. I don't think she's broke. Let me see what her estimated wealth is. So as of right now, it looks like Megan Rapinoe is worth $3 million. I ain't worth $3 million. You know what I'm saying? Man, I probably won't ever even... Yeah, well, I know I won't see $3 million unless something changes. Man, I ain't seeing no $3 million. Girl, you're doing all right. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all right. Now, you don't make as much as the other soccer stars as far as on the men's side, but that's because they generate more revenue. Let me tell you something right now. I can't pay you $5 million and we only bring in 2.5. What am I going to give to the rest of the folks? I'm not going in at a loss. You know what I'm saying? And they've already made it where in most women's sports, they get a higher per share revenue as far as the percentage than the men do. And a lot of times the men have to supplement the women's sports so they get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like the NBA. But the WNBA, they've been losing money for over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I think they might have had 1 year that broke even and went a little bit over. And so the NBA supplements those girls' salary because not that many people watch it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's just not as exciting. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm going to bring the heat. I'm going to bring you the facts, bud. So, wrapping up, equal pay, but I can't pay you $10 million and we ain't bringing in but 5. I mean, damn. I mean, come on now. It's just simple economics. But, we ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about that. I mean, they ain't worried about that at all, bud. So, of course, she called it discrimination for the transgender females not being able to compete in women's sports. Lord have mercy. They said adults can't present that we care about the well-being of children while actively creating environments that cause harm to them. Yeah, actively creating an environment where you're trying to confuse a kid from what gender they are. Oh yeah, that does create some harm because that's what you're actively trying to do. You're trying to actively push your worldview on somebody, and that's not what you should do. People have to come to their own accord. They have to make their own decisions. But dang, Bo, don't be out here. And you know, they trying to make sure they get them young because that's usually where you're most impressionable. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if we can get them young, we can get them converted. Get them feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, because what you see, that propaganda, that stuff works. You know what I'm saying? Now, she pointed out that transgender children deserve equal chances to enjoy playing sports on teams, no matter the gender. And they can. But they have to play with their gender. You know what I'm saying? With their gender. If they're a man, they need to play with men. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what you told me that you thought that you think you are. I mean, I want to know what you were born with. Did you have the full package, or did you come with a slit? I mean, let me know. You boys trying to figure the thing out. That's all I want to know. They said when we tell transgender girls that they can't play girls' sports, or transgender boys they can't play boys' sports, they miss out on these important experiences and opportunities. And we lose the right to say we care about children. Oh my Lord, bud. In closing on this, I mean, she's just becoming obnoxious, or let me say it again, obnoxious. I want to say it correctly. That's what she's becoming, and it's just like, man, at first when she was out there winning World Cup, she ain't hear nothing from her. And then her fame started going up a little bit. And now she got to come out and she got to throw her 2 cents on all the issues going on right now. And mainly with the transgenders. And then how she wants some equal pay. Doggone it. Stop talking about dumb shit. I mean, my God. I mean, you know what? Some of these folks just need to read what they say. That's all I'm saying. Maybe in professional sports, maybe we need to let men play with women, transgender men. You know what I'm saying? Do the same amount of training and everything. Maybe we need to let them do that. Maybe run her out of a job, so maybe they can exalt a man. Now, everybody over here talking about all the patriarchy and the toxic masculinity. So you're gonna have a man that thinks he's a woman go out there and take your job and kick you to the curb, and you gonna applaud that when you out here saying that we got an issue with toxic masculinity? Let me know who makes sense and who doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But these folks are just these folks are just trying to push an agenda, bud. That's all it is, for fortune and fame. You know what I'm saying? And she getting paid well. Stop saying you ain't getting paid well. $3 million? Dang, Bo. I feel pretty good about that. My net worth was $3 million. Hot damn. I mean, but they folk got to work and struggle their whole damn life. And you crying and you worth $3 million. I don't get it, bud. I don't get it at all. So I want to know what y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section below. It's just more nonsense, bud. It's more nonsense. And, of course, she went to the White House and just spread that across the entire United States, crying and bitching about how she just don't get paid enough. Please. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are on this in the comment section below. As always, like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I post in the future. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.